Since the beginning of time, there have been beautiful and scary places, where some things are inside our imagination without knowing if they exist or not. But we don't know anything at all, if this story is true or a product of imagination. As human beings, we don't know those entities who live around us, who they really are, where they come from, because they are here, and we can recognize if they are from this world or if they come from a place that we have done, that we have imagined, that we have heard, or in which we are going to be in the future. In fact, in this enormous world, we can meet many people that can become more than that.
In this story, your imagination will make you wonder if this is real or not, if that can be part of the universe, the life or life after death, and what we know about it. This story shows us the place where we are, if it is imaginary or real, where love exists, where this feeling can be broken either by God or by a demon.
Everything began in a distant place, a fantastic place that isn't often in our thoughts, a place called heaven, a beautiful place full of peace, friendship, love, pity, and more. The best place to live. And in this beautiful place there was living a woman called Maggie, the most cute angel of all, with her gray eyes, an extraordinary body, her beautiful long and blonde hair, an exemplary young woman, but at the same time weak and with secrets that if God knew, he couldn't support her.
Maggie was very important for him and he was very comprehensive with her. He never left her alone because God, the King of the angels, loved her. The best friend of Maggie was living in the same place, a pretty little baby that was entrusting to all of her secrets, and he was always by her side everywhere. His name was Lucas, the most important dog of the heaven.
But far away from this world, as everything can be good, hell was an unpleasant place in which there were the worst and wicked demons. Certainly, Angus was living, a very attractive demon. As seducer, his beautiful eyes attracted whoever he wanted, a man with a divine aspect. He could be with all women that he wanted. Also, he had his best friend, a ghost called Rue, who was with him all the time. Angus was a very famous demon in hell. His father named as the first counselor because of his great variety of abilities. One day, there was a party at Purgatory, a place between heaven and hell, where all bodies could come and go.
An enormous party where all the universe was invited. Maggie and Angus meet for the first time. It was there where a new story started. Would it be a fortune or misfortune? Maggie and Angus saw each other, and at the moment, the demon became besotted with the beauty of the angel, and the seducer demon walked toward her with his attractive look. She tried to be a good angel, and she didn't want to make any mistake, so she rejected him, but the desire and the attraction were stronger, so she didn't wait long and she returned to him, and they were talking the whole night.
Some days later, they turned on young human with a mission. Angus had to encourage people to do wrong things, and then he would take their souls to the hell, while Maggie had to encourage people to do right things and repent of their sins to go straight to heaven. There they found them again. Both were looking fiercely, and they decided to leave the soul and went together to another place, and so they began a relationship.
Both were in love, even though they knew the relationship was prohibited. Nobody would accept it, and nobody could know, except that their best friends, in order that they should advise to them about the better decision. So Maggie had sworn to Lucas about what she had to do, that she knew that the relationship would bring problems. But Angus inspired her love. She didn't want being away from him, and God wasn't going to be happy. So Lucas advised that she had to turn the demon into an angel, and God would accept their love.
Likewise, the demon Angus asked his friend Ryuk what he could do in order that the relationship would be accepted. So Ryuk said to him that she had to turn in a demon, so it would be the only way in which his father wouldn't be angry.
They decided to continue the relationship without thinking about the consequence. They enjoyed the time that was passing together. They were hoping every day when the moon would go out to look them in the purgatory, and everything seeming to be better.
Regrettably, from everybody and what they thought, no one could know about their love, that no one could discover them. There, Maggie's ex-boyfriend was leaving, the zombie Darren, who was looking at them with jealousy, hatred, and desire of taking revenge. He decided to send an anonymous letter with photos in order that God of Demon Fathers knew all about the romance.
When the anonymous letter came to heaven, God was devastated, annoyed, so he enclosed Maggie in a prison's cloud, where it was impossible going out, while she had to read all the Bible every day. And for Angus, his father made that he burned every day in a prison of flames, where he had to remain standing all time with tortures. Life was passing. Maggie and Angus were feeling incomplete and sad, and all would be worse. Maggie discovered that she was pregnant. She would have a baby of one of the biggest demons of hell. She didn't tell anybody except Lucas.
When Lucas knew about that, he immediately sent a message to Ryuk about the baby. So when Angus knew, surprised, he made all possible to escape from the flames, fearing with his forces he could escape. And later he liberated Maggie from heaven, and they escaped to the purgatory where they could live united, happy with their baby.
But days and nights were passing, and it couldn't be easy when God and the Demon Father knew about Angus and Maggie lived together in the purgatory, and besides they had a baby. They didn't support that.
How it was possible that an angel and a demon would be united and would live together. It was a shame for both worlds. So much was the hatred between two worlds that God and Demon's father formed a war.
God took all his anger for demons, who taken the most beautiful angel of heaven, and he did that. She fell down in sins, and the demons wanted to take revenge for enjoying and punishing two angels for his one decision.
It was an enormous war, where they united all their anger, and whereas the angels were singing and throwing spears, while demons were throwing flames and were joking. It was one of the most difficult wars in the purgatory, but nobody won. So they had an agreement. They looked for to Maggie and Angus, and it didn't finish anything well.
When Maggie and Angus were found the baby, who was poor, innocent, and small, beautiful, God will remove him heaven, where he may be educated of the best ways. The angel Maggie, for her sins and bad decision, how to go to hell, where she would live forever and would never go out. And the demon Angus would suffer all his life involved in flames and torture of the most terrible ways that would exist in hell.
Weeks, months, years passed, and finally, one day Angus could escape for that infernal place. He looked for his dear Maggie, and they flew to one place where they never imagined, where for any being of hell or heaven was the worst place to live. But they didn't have choice. This place was the earth. This was the only place where they could live united.
Currently, Maggie and Angus live between us. We will never recognize willies as they are, but now they can live in a place where the good and evil are acceptable, where their love is pleasant. This story will be continued.